Hey, I guess it's not really warm enough today. I put it in here. I'm doing my oil treatment. I put it in with warm water, but I guess it cooled off. I'm using Acute anointing. That's my hair oil. This will hold this hair, hopefully. Maybe another clip down here. Okay. I'm somewhat prepared, except for that my water didn't stay warm enough. When I do this, I do 4 sections, 2 sections on each side. I try to sort of make them kind of even. I do the front and the back on each side, and that's what I do. I used up all the clips. So I'm just gonna take this chunk of hair, and I'm gonna take my trusty water bottle. It's one of those continuous spray water bottles because I'm spoiled, and now this is pretty much the only kind I will use whenever I need to add water to my hair. So I'm high porosity. Y'all are probably sick of hearing me talk about hair porosity. But I don't care. And I don't care because it was a singular, most important thing in helping me transform my hair. So I talk about it a lot. I'm high porosity. That means that my hair absorbs water and products, moisture very easily, and then it holds on to pretty much none of it. I don't add heat. Like when I'm applying products, I don't typically add heat. This water is actually pretty cool. And that's mostly just because I didn't warm up the water in the bottle. I also give these to my low porosity son. The difference when I do his is that I warm up the water in the bottle. What I mean by that is I just put warm water in there to begin with. I don't run it hot. I run it pretty warm. Otherwise, the water just rolls off his hair without ever being absorbed. You're really only supposed to just kind of dampen your hair. Okay, this should be warm. Well, it is kind of warm. It's warm enough. I just usually take the bottle and dump the water. We're doing this already, mouth. The oil on. That's why I put this applicator lid on here. You want to get that oil on the scalp. You also want to apply it to the hair. And then you want to take your fingers and rub it in. I also want to make sure that I get my ends, because my ends, they just act like nobody loves them. So here you could just twist it. I used to twist it, but I'm just putting it in a Bantu knot. Because I don't know, that's just become my preferred method for putting my hair up. I put one of these on my head. I try to just make sure that I cover my head with enough things. I'm also gonna put a bonnet on. I never remember how I want to tie this, so I'm gonna start in the back. I'm just really making sure that all this is covered. So ideally it doesn't leak out while I'm sleeping, because nobody wants that. I'm done with this, and I'll be back on here tomorrow for the styling. Okay, I done slept on it. I'm just gonna go ahead and take these down. And it's time to go ahead and wash this hair.
Okay, and it's time for a handy dandy voiceover. So I'm just gonna wet my hair, saturate it really thoroughly. 1, I just want to help get some of that oil out, and 2, I really like to make sure it's saturated before I shampoo. So here's my Whip Wonder Whip Shampoo, and I really love it. That's how much I'm using. It's one of my favorites, and one more run under the shower just to make sure it's wet enough, and then I'm just going to slap that right on there and rub it all over. And then I'm going to lather it up and massage my scalp with my fingertips, playing it like I'm 4, and squeeze out all that juicy lather because it's incredible and fun. Yes. All right. So moving on, just gonna rinse that out thoroughly. I want to make sure nothing's left behind, and then I go in for a round 2 since I've been doing the hot oil treatment, because I want to make sure there's no oil left in my hair when I proceed on. So now it's time for Twilight Tempest. It actually should have been Tempting Tonic, but I was out. I just kept running out of stuff, y'all. So I just apply it thoroughly all over my strands to make sure everything is fully coated. Take my fabulous unbrush, which is, my new absolute favorite, and take absolutely no time to detangle my hair. Look at that already. Just started, and I'm pretty much done with that first section, and I just like to go through the front, and then I take the brush and I brush under as well, just so you can see that hair is super thoroughly detangled. I'm not playing no games, and neither is this brush. Alright, so after I'm done playing around in my hair, because it's really been detangled, I go ahead and show you how much hair I didn't lose. Look at that. It's brilliant. It's great. Okay, and then I finger comb, and this is mostly just to get the hair clumping a little bit better, because I feel like it needs a little help with that, or it just does a better job after I comb or brush it. And then I twist it and struggle it into a bantu knot that may or may not stay, you know. No promises here. So now that I've gotten that up, I kept it up for like 15-ish minutes while I finished doing what I needed to do, or just, you know, playing around, you know me. And I take those down, rinse all of that out. Don't want to leave anything behind. Show off those locks because they look pretty incredible already. And I haven't put a singular styling product on there. So I'm going to wring that out so I don't drag a bunch of water with me to the sink. And now it is time for styling.
Time for me to go ahead and style this hair. The Serious Magnificence up first. This is my aloe vera moisturizing spray. So I've been talking a whole lot about porosity, so I feel like it's just important to mention as I go through using these products. I have porosity. I sprayed that right in my face. I don't have good luck with sprays. Yesterday I sprayed my glasses. Okay. Yeah, so I'm high porosity. The spray is pretty cool. It's like room temperature-ish. Right here I'm getting this Brillo pad hair. It's not been so Brillo paddy recently, but that's probably because I've been peeing it into submission or finger combing it. Anywho. So I spray it on a fairly liberal amount. Of course, it doesn't turn out to be a whole lot because I don't know. It takes me a while to go through one bottle. Even though it looks like I spray on half the bottle every week. I don't. I make sure I pay specific attention to my ends and this hair right here because it just kind of gets overlooked often. If I were low porosity, I would warm that spray up in a warm water bath. Really a hot water bath because the hot water bath just makes it warm. But a hot water bath, that's what I do with my son's hair that's low porosity. I put it in there for about the same amount that I do the oil, 20-30 minutes. And then it's nice and warm and I go to spray it on his hair and his hair absorbs it much better. Absorbs it. Put endings on your words. I got these out of order. I took the lid off before I showed you, but this is the Curly Concoction Styling Cream. That's what I'm using next. So it looks like it's obviously a fresh new container since I didn't have any last week, but it's a nice thick consistency. It's made with butters and oils. Probably don't recommend this for my low porosity friends, as it's been, I mean, you could try like using it on a style if you're going to sit under the dryer, because the dryer would probably help your hair absorb it, but because it's so thick with butters and oil, just putting it on your hair and leaving it, it'll probably just sit there. Whereas my hair is like literally thirsty, playing a whole thirst trap, and so I just be trying to put everything I can on here to make something stick. And last week I just kind of found that even though I don't use much, this product makes a bigger difference. It makes the wash and go turn out better. That's what I'm trying to say. I do try to make sure I get these in. Just going in all over my head. I'm just going to apply my styling cream. Last product is going to be my Magical Mayhem Sea Moss Hair Gel, right? And I don't know why I said right. Y'all know. Or maybe you do. I don't know. So I'm just going to apply that right on top. Then that's going to be it. What I like about this method, well, first let me just apply and explain first before I launch into running my mouth. I just take the same pretty much sections that I've been doing, sort of arbitrary, and I just make sure I get the gel onto the hair. I try to really rub down this top part because for some reason it acts like I sleep directly on top of my head, and that's the part that freezes. Then what I like to do is I like to just take and separate it into smaller sections, still just rubbing the product onto the hair. I also feel like it helps get some of the excess stuff off a little easier. If I don't do this step, then my hair likes to try to dry in a clump. So yeah, that's the first part. Curls is popping. These are the wet results. I'm going to go ahead and diffuse this. I'm pretty sure it's dry. It feels dry. That oil treatment is doing me right already. Probably gonna say it again. Girls is popping curls. The curls are popping. I'm gonna go ahead and stretch it. For stretching, I take a section of hair. Bam. I stretch it as much as possible. I leave these curls at the bottom. You don't want to stretch those curls. And then I take this dryer. Let me preface this with, you don't need a whole new dryer. You just need this attachment. You can put that attachment on your other dryer that you diffused with, if you're a reasonable person and don't have 15 dryers. Okay, so I'm gonna pull this. High heat, high air, whatever we call it, both of those. And then, you know, that's it. It's stretched. There we go. That's it. Alrighty, so trusty pick. And I'm just gonna go and lift my roots because it gives me a bit of a fuller look. I only lift the roots. I try to leave the rest of the hair alone, and I try to be careful so I don't just ruin everything that I just did. Okay, I feel like I'm done. I guess these are, well, when I'm done, I'm done. So I guess these are the final results. Turn around. So, yeah, I guess I shouldn't wear a gray shirt because it's harder to see the hair, isn't it? Okay, so it's the lip gloss today. It's warm brown. If it's not one, it's my favorite. I think it's my favorite. Well, between that and rose gold glitter, it's a hard choice between the two. But this is like just a natural look for me. Yeah. So, anywho, that's all I've got. I think my wash and go turned out great today. It's one of my best, I feel like. Look at the body. Okay. And I'm finished planning it for now. I hope you liked what you saw, as you know, kind of hung out with me while I rambled, but I appreciate it. If you like what you saw, please like and subscribe, and I will see you later.